Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel, Gajpal A Learning. In this video we are going to study about skin, which is a part of B Pharmacy. First semester, Human Anatomy and Physiology Part 1. So let's get started. Content covered in this video is Introduction to Skin, Function of Skin, Layers of the Skin with their functions, Anatomical structures of the skin with their function. First of all, let us see what is the definition of the skin. Skin is the largest organ of the body that covers and protects the underlying tissues and organs. It is composed of multiple layers and serves as a physical barrier against external factors such as pathogens, UV radiation, and mechanical damage. Now the functions of the skin is: first, protection. The skin acts as a physical barrier, protecting the underlying tissues and organs from mechanical impacts, harmful substances, and pathogens. It helps prevent the entry of microorganisms and chemicals, reducing the risk of infection and injury. Second, regulation of body temperature. The skin plays a crucial role in regulating body temperature through processes such as sweating and dilation or constriction of blood vessels. Sweat produced by sweat glands evaporates on the skin's surface, cooling the body. The blood vessels in the skin can dilate to release heat or constrict to retain heat, helping to maintain a stable internal body temperature. Third, sensation. The skin contains numerous sensory receptors that allow us to perceive various sensations, including touch, pressure, pain, and temperature. These sensory receptors provide feedback about our external environment, enabling us to interact with the world around us and respond to potential dangers or pleasurable stimuli. Fourth, vitamin D synthesis. The skin is involved in the production of vitamin D when exposed to ultraviolet B, UVB, radiation from sunlight. Vitamin D is important for maintaining bone health and has various other functions in the body. Fifth, excretion and absorption. Small amounts of waste products, such as urea and ammonia, can be eliminated through sweat glands in the skin. Additionally, certain medications and substances can be absorbed through the skin, such as topical creams or patches. Sixth, waterproofing and barrier function. The skin acts as a waterproof barrier, preventing excessive loss of water from the body and protecting against dehydration. It also helps maintain the body's internal balance by regulating the loss of fluids. Seventh, immune defense. The skin is part of the body's immune system and plays a role in protecting against infections. Specialized immune cells in the skin, such as Langerhans cells, help detect and eliminate foreign substances or pathogens that may breach the skin's barrier. 8th, aesthetic and social functions. The appearance of the skin can have significant social and psychological implications. Healthy-looking skin is often associated with beauty and vitality, and the skin's condition can influence a person's self-esteem and social interactions. Next is the layers of skin. The skin is composed of three primary layers: the epidermis, the dermis, the subcutis, also known as the hypodermis. Each layer has its own structure and performs specific functions. This is the image for the layers of the skin. Now first layer is the epidermis. Structure. The epidermis is the outermost layer of the skin and is composed of multiple layers of epithelial cells. The topmost layer is called the stratum corneum, which consists of dead skin cells that are continuously shed and replaced. Function. The epidermis acts as a protective barrier against environmental factors, pathogens, and UV radiation. It helps regulate water loss from the body and contains melanocytes, which produce melanin, a pigment that provides protection against harmful UV rays. Second layer, the dermis. Structure. The dermis lies beneath the epidermis and is thicker than the epidermis. It is primarily made up of connective tissue, including collagen and elastic fibers, as well as blood vessels, hair follicles, sweat glands, sebaceous glands, and sensory receptors. Function. The dermis provides structural support to the skin and houses various accessory structures. It helps regulate body temperature by controlling blood flow and houses sweat glands for cooling. It also contains nerve endings, allowing for the perception of touch, pressure, pain, and temperature. Third, the hypodermis. Structure. The subcutis is the deepest layer of the skin, composed mainly of adipose, fat tissue and connective tissue. It connects the skin to underlying muscles and bones. Function. The subcutis acts as an insulator, providing thermal regulation and cushioning to protect the body's internal structures. It also stores fat, serving as an energy reserve. Some of the other structure and function of the skin are: first, blood vessel, a tubular structure that carries blood throughout the body. Functions include the transport of oxygen, nutrients, and hormones to tissues, arteries, the exchange of gases and nutrients in capillaries, and the return of deoxygenated blood to the heart, veins. Second, hair shaft, the visible part of a hair that extends above the surface of the skin. It consists of dead, keratinized cells and provides protection and insulation. Third, Merkel disc, a specialized sensory receptor located in the skin's epidermis that responds to light touch and contributes to tactile perception. Fourth, artery, a blood vessel that carries oxygenated blood away from the heart to various parts of the body. Arteries have thick, elastic walls to withstand high blood pressure and distribute oxygen and nutrients to tissues. Fifth, vein, a blood vessel that carries deoxygenated blood from the tissues back to the heart. Veins have thinner walls and contain valves to prevent the backflow of blood. Sixth, nerve, a bundle of fibers that transmit electrical signals between the brain, spinal cord, and various parts of the body, enabling communication and coordination of sensory and motor functions. Seventh, acrine sweat gland, a type of sweat gland distributed throughout the skin that helps regulate body temperature by producing sweat, which evaporates and cools the skin. Eighth, Ruffini ending, a sensory receptor located in the skin's dermis that responds to sustained pressure and stretching, contributing to the perception of touch and joint position. Ninth, Pacinian corpuscle, a specialized sensory receptor found deep in the skin and other tissues that detects deep pressure and high-frequency vibrations. 10th, hair root, the lower part of the hair located beneath the surface of the skin. It anchors the hair follicle and receives nourishment from surrounding blood vessels. 11th, hair follicle, a small cavity in the skin from which hair grows. It contains the hair root and associated structures, such as sebaceous glands and arrector pili muscles. 12th, adipose tissue, a type of connective tissue composed of fat cells, adipocytes. It acts as an energy reserve, insulates the body, and cushions organs. 13th, hair root nerve receptor. Nerve receptors located around the hair follicle that respond to hair movement, providing sensory feedback related to hair deflection or displacement. 14th, sebaceous gland, a gland attached to hair follicles that produces sebum, an oily substance that lubricates the skin and hair. 15th, hair pouch, a structure within the hair follicle where the hair is formed and grows. It contains the actively dividing cells responsible for hair growth. 16th, muscle raising, refers to the contraction of the arrector pili muscles associated with hair follicles, which causes the hairs to stand erect, commonly known as goosebumps. 17th, free nerve endings, simple nerve endings that are widely distributed throughout the body and are responsible for detecting pain, temperature, and itching sensations. 18th, Meissner corpuscles, specialized sensory receptors located in the dermal papillae of the skin that are sensitive to light touch and vibration, contributing to tactile discrimination. So these are the various structures of skin with their functions. Thanks for watching this video.